Thanks for listening to the Cornfries podcast. We really appreciate your support. Just want to let you guys know, if you hit that subscribe button, it supports us a lot. It's free to do. Please do it. Please do it. It really helps us out. Right, Steve?
Yeah. Make sure you hit the notification bell, too. We greatly appreciate it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cornfries podcast. I'm your co-host, Nickyfries, joined alongside
this guy over here on the couch.
Steveozilcho. Dude, what was that? Oh, yeah. You got a daughter working for DoorDash?
DoorDash.
You got a daughter working for DoorDash. You got a daughter working for DoorDash? You got a daughter working for DoorDash? And she making lots of money
before
doing
we
DoorDash?
went live with this, you were talking about Lil Wayne.
What?
And you like one of Lil Wayne's songs. He actually made a Green Bay Packers song for the playoffs.
Dude, I do remember that. He's a big Packers fan, even though he's from Louisiana.
Yeah, this is the second one he's made, yeah.
You saw he got pardoned last night, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. Why was he pardoned exactly? I don't know anything about it.
So there's like a whole conspiracy that he came out. This was a thing before this happened. That he came out in support of Trump because the Don was going to pardon him. It would look good because he knew those charges were coming. Because like Weezy literally got arrested like 2 days after that. And
really?
Like 2 days after he came out in support of Trump and like was seen at the photo op with him, like he got arrested 2 days later, and then Trump pardoned him on the eve of his presidency. So it was pretty interesting. So I think that was like a setup right there.
I was gonna say I was
not
like
to bring politics into it. I just thought it was interesting that he got off. But free Weezy, bro. I love Weezy. He's the OG. Everyone's sad that everyone's sad that he didn't free Joe Exotic. Did you hear about that? Dude,
oh god.
No. So his lawyers told him that Trump is like 100% like you're gonna be freed. All this. They got a limo, a camera crew, makeup people waiting for him outside the prison for half a day. All night last night, waiting for Trump to pardon him, and he never did. Bro, do you know how funny that would have been? Do you know how hard, like how bad, like you must feel? Like I actually feel bad for Joe Exotic because like it was his lawyer telling him this.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like his lawyer hyped it up. Like,
what's his sentence? Like how long?
20 years, 22 years, or something like that.
And he's only been in there what? 5, 6,
2 years?
Oh, geez, okay. I thought it was more
Carol fucking Baskin. Carol fucking Baskin.
That goddamn bag.
Carol Baskin.
Oh, yeah, she totally killed her husband, for sure.
Allegedly, bro. You don't want to get sued for slander. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, she could sue us. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
You did not do anything.
It was just a joke. It's just, tell her you're joking, Steve.
I'm sorry, Carol. I don't want to wind up dead.
Oh my god. Dude, my mom was looking at places to move, and
right next to
she was looking in the Tampa area because like when we used to go to Florida, we used to go to like Clearwater, Tampa over there. Yeah. And I'm telling her, I'm showing her on the map, I'm like, yo, like, do you realize how close you are to Big Cat Rescue? And she's looking at the map, and all she does on like the Google map is like she like, you know, she squeezes the button so it pops out a little bit. Literally like 4 blocks away from Big Cat Rescue.
Oh my god! Didn't they lose it though? I think she owns it.
No, she didn't lose it. No, they lost the zoo. The Joe Exotic Zoo's like gone. It was owned by Jeff D. Lowe, and then he lost it to like the court or whatever. That's gone. But Big Cat Rescue's still there because there's no overhead. Everyone there's a volunteer. So
I got
Carol only gets paid. She only gets paid with grant money and like appearances and everything. So she's actually making money for the cats or herself or whatever. But yeah, but that's all like charity down there. Yeah,
I guess it could be worse.
It could be.
It can always be worse.
It could.
I mean, look at my hair. I'm going bald.
They have fixes for that, though.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pay for that.
You and Baby Allen have the same haircut.
No, he's got more hair.
I love babies when they're, like, growing their hair in, and they literally have, like, that 60-year-old social studies teacher hair.
Oh, yeah, like it's all it looks like Doc Brown.
Like the comb No, like the comb over.
That one.
No, the balding comb over. Yeah, they have the Doc Brown, too, but, like, I'm talking, like, you know, like, the really greasy, like, slick over hair.
Oh yeah,
With
Alan's
like the
getting that
really
too.
bad comb over. Yeah, that's like baby hair.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got really thin, like blondish hair, which neither of us are blonde. So he'll eventually
That'll
get some color in there. I was
yeah.
a redhead
It,
though
it
as a
gets
kid, so
it gets darker as you go on. When I was born, I was blonde as well. And I
yeah, I was a
still
redhead.
in the summer my hair would turn blonde. And then it would like change back.
Huh?
So
Aren't you just the
not
bee's
anymore though.
knees?
Yeah, dude. When I was a kid, I used to like tan really well. Like everyone thought I was like more ethnic than I actually was. I'm just Mediterranean, but I was the
I'm
Greek
Steve.
god of tanning. Like when I say I
The
would
Greek
tan
god.
well, I had the most golden skin, like nice, like blondish, like dirty blonde hair, and
You like
I was a
walk out
handsome
of somewhere
kid.
and everybody's like, "Oh,
I was a handsome kid. There were a lot of like older chicks hitting on me, like girls in high school when I was still like fifth grade.
boo."
Yeah, yeah. I was a stud. I was a stud.
I mean, you could say whatever you want. There's no proof, but it's
Yo,
okay.
Steve, I just want to say, man, those coaster things you made, what are they called?
They're just like epoxy resin.
Epoxy resins. Dude, those things are so cool, bro.
I
You're
know, I'm having
making
fun with them.
we
I'm
we
literally
gotta
playing
post
with a mold right now, trying to get the extra off of it.
we
I
got
got so many lined up.
we gotta post like the pictures of it cuz you're making you started doing like Pokemon card collecting, right?
Yeah,
And
within
it's
the last couple
becoming
weeks, yeah.
how many packs did you bought like 100 packs?
Don't speak to me. Um,
But you're
when it
you're
comes
taking
to
all
the three
the
packs, I've bought a lot of those. But then I've also been on the website TCG, the website with all the Pokemon, like people can sell stuff.
yeah.
I've been checking the market for like certain decks, like not decks, but like the 10 packs.
Yeah.
And I've been just when they're low and I can get them for cheap, I buy them up.
Wow.
And then because I don't want to spend a bunch of money on them, because a lot of people are scalping them and spelling them and selling them for more than what they should be. Which luckily that website actually works really good because it goes with the market. Like I can check it one day and one card can be worth this, and then come back the next day it can be worse or better. It's really cool.
Yeah. That's why like but you're taking all the useless cards and you're putting them
Yeah.
in the epoxy resin. You're like giving people like their favorite Pokemon in cards, like
Yeah.
all your friends and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, like if my biggest thing is I don't want to get the original cards, but like I want to get like there's newer cards of all the generations, but I want to get the original 151 and put them inside of a frame.
Oh yeah, I
I
got
thought
you.
that would be cool just to hang up somewhere. I mean, I don't care if they're like next like Sword and Shield generation or anything. I just want the original Pokemon. I don't care. Like I'm not because I've seen a couple people that have had like the originals and I'm like that's probably worth a lot of money.
It definitely is.
Yeah, because I mean, oh, jeez. If I still had my cards that my dad didn't sell, we were also looking for our Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I could not find those. I have no clue where those went. But I was just talking to my other buddy, and he's like, "Oh, I like the Pokemon idea with the coasters and everything." He's like, "I should start doing that with mine," and I'm like, "Do what you want, man. You're the epoxy guy that kind of got me into it." Because he showed me he was doing like tabletops. And I was like, I'm gonna do small things that like don't take as much epoxy.
Yeah, and that you could actually like send to your friends as well. Cause,
Exactly. Yeah, these are a lot easier to
sending
carry
out
around.
big packages would probably like not be good on the bank account.
No, it'd be easier just to drive it there.
Yeah. Dude, I finally got a graphics card. My friend's coming to install it tomorrow.
Oh wait, a graphics card. Wait for your
My PC didn't have a graphics card.
really.
So when I would stream, if I can't watch a YouTube video while I'm streaming, the stream would get laggy.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
not
play
fun.
RuneScape. I can only play one game, literally one game. Like I can't even play Flash games without the stream lagging.
Oh, God.
For anyone that doesn't know, I'm an Xbox streamer, but I use my PC to stream off of.
Same thing I do.
So the only game that wouldn't lag on me is Among Us for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, which I'm grateful because I love playing Among Us and it was huge.
Yeah, I
But
think
now-
that's still
now-
a pretty popular game.
Dude, I got my graphics card for $200. It was the only one left. You know where I found it? Well, not where I found it, but you know like what the price is for it usually?
Too much? What brand? What is it? Which one is
It's
it?
the shit.
Oh, now you don't
It's
know.
downstairs. But it's usually around 320 to like $400. I got it for 200.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm looking it up right now. I'll know which one it is because I'm not good with like the tech stuff. I don't really know what's good.
I have a 280.
I got a Tough Gaming GeForce GTX 1650.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better than nothing. Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like a super duper. Like it's not the Nvidia whatever.
Yeah, mine was like $700.
I just needed one that could work where I could play games on. Like I want to do like GTA, like roleplay servers and like run Minecraft on my computer.
Yeah, run Minecraft. Whatever. Ooh.
Yeah.
Minecraft really take that much on your computer?
I mean, assuming that I can't play Naruto Arena on my freaking computer without it like lagging on stream, I would assume Minecraft can't either.
Jeez, blows your mind how much Minecraft actually needs.
It's not that. It's just how much my computer needs.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's
dude,
crazy.
I can't run RuneScape on here, dude.
That's bad.
Yeah.
RuneScape doesn't even look that good.
I love playing RuneScape, man. That's like
my I had a buddy of mine that really liked it, but I never got into it.
Yeah, I still have the launcher. I haven't really put it in a while.
I'll launch something into you. What?
Whoa.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, we have our first sexual harassment case on the Cornfries podcast. Hey.
It took, what, 5 podcasts in?
Dude, your mic just started like cutting in and out there. I don't know what's
yelling
going on,
at me.
Steve. You're having trouble tonight.
No, you're having trouble.
Dude, what is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't really know. Mine. It's probably within the first 151. I really like Scyther.
Scyther's cool.
Wait,
Scyther's not. What? Is he original 151?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Are you sure?
100%. 100%.
Are you sure?
100%. Yep.
I'm pretty sure Scyther came in Gen 2.
Nope. Look it up. No, it didn't. I'll look it up.
Because I remember the second gym leader had the Scyther.
Looking it up.
I'm looking it up right now, dude. I'm not sure. What introduced in Gen 1. Yeah, you're right.
Gen 1.
I'm a scrub, bro. I'm a scrub. What can I say? I know Scissor wasn't introduced in Gen 2.
Oh, yeah, that one's like Gen 2.
I know. Maybe that's where I got it from, but for some reason I don't remember Scyther being Gen 1.
Is that his actual... Is that his evolution? Or no? No, it's not.
Scissor, yeah, with a metal code, dude. You trade him with a metal code, you get Scissor.
Okay.
Caesar. I have a weird favorite Pokemon. I don't think this is anyone's favorite Pokemon. It's just weird. I couldn't even tell you why I like him. I just like him. I just think he's cool.
Yeah.
It's Gligar. Yeah. We were just talking about this right before the podcast.
We were, yeah.
Dude, Gligar is like such a weird Pokemon.
Oh yeah, 100%. He looked really goofy.
Yeah, I think Ash caught one in like the anime, and I was so hyped, and then he evolved it, and I was like even more hyped. I was like, let's go, Gligar getting some clout.
I could just picture that thing being like a comedic like bat. That's what I think of it as.
Dude, he's tough, bro. He's tough. He's a good Pokemon. I don't know why people sleep on Gligar. He's not like competitively good, but like he's like overall like okay.
He doesn't have the looks. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I guess. I think he looks cool. He's my favorite. I couldn't tell you why he's my favorite, but he's my favorite. Him, Dragonite, and Charizard are my favorites. But
yeah, I have a Dragonite.
Dragonite's
I think
awesome.
I have a
Dude, I like how Dragonite has like a dad bod. You know?
Yeah.
He's a little chunky,
like really
little chunky boy.
Though.
Yeah.
He's strong boy.
He's got the whiskers and the dad bod. Like, dude's like 40 years old.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Dragonair or is it Dragatini? Which one?
Which one the first, Dragonair's the second, Dragonite's the third.
Like Dragonair, they're like really, really like sleek, and then all of a sudden you just like give them diabetes. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it is.
He's not that fat. He's just a little chunky.
No, but like compared to them,
dude, it's like Dragonite just spent like a few extra weeks in Vegas, you know, like
no, compare it's saying it's like when Thor, it's like Thor in Endgame.
Yeah.
Yelling at kids on Fortnite.
Just depression, post trauma.
Exactly.
And anxiety led to a chunkier Dragonite.
Exactly.
He also changed his entire skin color, which, you know, he
Yeah.
went from like blue to beige.
Different things. We all got to do that
Yeah,
sometimes.
I don't know.
I wish I could change my
Sometimes you
color.
gotta just flip a switch and pull like a Michael Jackson. Just be like, I'm white now.
Jamona.
Yeah. Well, Michael Jackson, they said he had what's that disease? Not alopecia.
The what? Who did?
I don't remember the name of the disease, but apparently his
I don't
skin
know.
was getting like white blotches, so he ended up just bleaching it so it all looked even.
I mean, it would make more sense. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a celebrity, you could get away with it more than somebody else usually can. But like that would wear on you. I feel just knowing it. It's more of a self-esteem issue. I think.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't care how people dress up or what they do or their makeup. I mean, some people do be looking goofy. Like there's a lot of girls that look like clowns with all their lip fillers and stuff. And
Yeah.
like I'll laugh at you, but like I'm not going to judge you for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll be like,
You
all right,
do your
like you
thing,
look like
man.
a
You
fucking
draw your
clown,
eyebrows on.
but yeah. I'm not judging like I'm not like, oh, like you can't do that. You shouldn't do it. I'm like, listen, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
My
You
opinion
shave your
is mine.
eyebrows and draw them on.
I'm not saying my opinion's right or anything. I'm just like, yo, if you you know, I might think you look like an idiot, but hey, you know,
Hey,
I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm not going to think less of you as a person because of the way you look or the way you dress or anything like that. But when you start spewing your mouth, you start saying some dumb shit. Then that's a difference.
Like me.
Yeah.
I talk dumb shit all the time.
Yo. Speaking of dumb shit,
Uh-oh. What happened?
I'll tell you something. Oh my god! I just remembered something else I have to tell you, Steve.
Oh,
You're not
God,
going to
here we
believe
go
this, but I'll tell you. I'll tell this part first. So I'm trying to start my own sports media company, and I'm recruiting through like message boards and like all the like apps and everything. And I've interviewed about, I want to say like 40 people so far.
Yeah.
And that's not including like inquiries. We're probably close to like 100 just like people messaging me.
Jeez.
And dude, people are fucking stupid. Like,
Jeez.
holy shit.
Hopefully those
Like,
40 people don't come and find you.
I'm not trying to deter people from applying or anything like that, but don't like treat this like an interview. Like people are coming in and just going like, "Yo," they're just hitting me with like, "Yo," or they'll be like, "Yo, DM me." Cause like I put like post up, so I'm like, just DM me if you're interested, and people are like messaging me, no, you DM me. I'm like, bro, what's the fucking difference? I'm like, I'm not DMing people. If you're serious, you can DM me and I'll respond.
Talk to my manager.
Yeah, so people are always like, oh, like do that, and then someone's like messaging me, yo, what's good, man? He's sending me like all these emojis. He's not speaking like any English at all. He's spelling like everything wrong. I'm like, dude, like I need you to do an analysis on this. He's like, analysis, what's that? I'm like, oh my god. But this is like
Sending
this
you
is almost
eggplant emojis with smiley faces.
yeah, and then I got like one guy who's asking a ton of questions, which is totally fine, but like his questions don't really like apply to the job. He's being like, "Oh, well, how if I'm in this situation, doing this with that?" I'm like, "Bro, like when are you going to be in that situation? Like this doesn't apply to my job." I'm like, "You're creating content online, and the only thing we need from you is just the occasional meeting." Or to stay in touch. Like I'm giving everyone free reign. So just to explain like what it is we're kind of creating like Barstool 2.0.
Okay.
I love Barstool. I'm not trying to become a competitor of theirs. It's just a little more guided, like just guided sports shows and just entertainment. And what it is like it's just a little more focused on sports. And creating
Speaking
like
of Barstool,
characters we're trying to give we're just trying to
Sorry.
give people like an opportunity. Like the whole point is to create like your own stars. Like I want people like flying away from the nest. It's just like I like creating opportunities for people, and this is like a good way for people to like make a name for themselves.
I was gonna say, they Barstool, don't they not own the website? Like somebody owns the website, and like they've been trying to buy the website.
No, it's
from
the
them?
domain name. We talked about this I think in like the first episode.
We did.
Or with Angelo. Yeah, that's where you got it from.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's the Twitter handle for Barstool.
Okay, I was gonna say
no,
like
because we were
somebody's
talking
trying to
about
buy
we were
them
talking
out.
to Angelo about securing the usernames before you announce
That's
your
what
name
it was.
change.
Yeah, okay.
That's
I
what it
was
was,
like,
and I brought it
where
up.
did I hear this?
Yeah. Because then we talked about Taco owning Cowboys.com.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh
and Jerry
yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Jerry Jones
Okay.
is like, I'm gonna fly you out, son, and give you the works. You come to training camp. Here's $1 million. Now leave me
Didn't he open
alone.
like a B&B with that?
Yeah,
The EBDB B&B?
the EBDBB&B. Dude, that's such a great show. So before your internet just crashed, we were talking about the league.
Yeah, and
Dude,
we were talking about Nick Kroll.
Yeah, Nick Kroll's in it. Our boy from Big Mouth.
Yeah. Oh
my
my god. Oh my god.
Jay.
Oh, Jay. Come into my castle walls.
That's so gross.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't understand how that show gets away with some of the stuff that they do.
Well, the whole point of them like being animated is because like kids couldn't actually do this show, and you could get away with a lot.
No,
more.
100%. I mean, there's penis, there's vagina, there's everything in this
Yeah.
show.
Dude, the freaking in the league, I remember like listening to an interview and Nick Kroll was like, "Yeah, I always felt like uncomfortable doing scenes with like my kids on the league, like Chalupa Batman and all the other kids."
Oh yeah,
because he was Baby Jeffrey, yeah, because he was like one episode.
Oh, were those his actual kids?
What do you mean? No, not his actual kids.
Oh,
no,
kids.
like
Okay,
just kids. He
kids.
didn't. He said acting with children is just weird.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
like there was an episode where Baby Jeffrey eats the urinal cake like in the
Oh,
restaurant,
yeah.
and he was talking about like how uncomfortable that scene is, and like trying
sure.
to teach a kid that it's okay to like eat a urinal cake.
It's not okay.
Yeah, it's so weird, dude.
That's cringy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't know. I'm not him.
So Steve, I gotta tell you what happened to me this weekend. This is actually kind of serious.
I'm scared.
So as you may know, I'm a weed enthusiast. I have my medical card to treat like my arthritis and anxiety and shit.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, we had a crash here.
I pick up from an actual weed store, a legitimate store, and I smoked this new brand of shit. Well, not new, but like I tried a different weed. It's called Apollo 11. So obviously that's called that because that shit takes you to the moon, you know. But I smoked it and I realized like right away something wasn't okay, and I don't know how. I'm not accusing the company because I don't know if this is a weird thing. Maybe I ate something else or something. But dude, I started tripping.
Oh.
Like I legitimately like I tripped out and I had an outer body experience.
Yo.
I'm not kidding. I've never experienced that before. Because I don't
Like
I
what
don't,
all
I don't
like
mess
happened?
with.
Like what'd you wind up doing?
So number one, I was freaking the fuck out.
I believe you.
Pretty much how to explain it is like reality became very distorted.
Okay.
I felt like I was in the third person.
Okay. I've had that before. Yeah.
Where I mean, there's been times when you're kind of like you're just like really high and like your like life seems different, but this was like weird. I could feel everything, like every
by
single
yourself?
like molecule of hair on my body was moving. When I was chewing food, I could feel like the life force of the food.
Oh my god, you're killing me!
No, dude. Yeah, I got like I made chicken nuggets and I couldn't eat the chicken, bro. I was getting nauseous. It's like I could feel the chicken. It was so weird. I ended up
you by
eating.
yourself?
No, so my mom was there when I started freaking out, and like if she wasn't there, I'd be like fucking. I probably would have been a wreck. And then I started eating candy because I was like I wanted sensation. Like touch was good for me. Like being able to touch. I
Like
could,
being anchored?
like the sensation of touch was good. Like that was the only thing that was keeping me grounded, that I was actually alive, because it literally felt like I was a ghost. It felt like reality. I don't know how to explain it. Like it felt like reality wasn't real, and I was like watching something on TV, and I was running on autopilot. Like it was like I can make something happen. I was super dizzy too, but it was like I can make something happen if I wanted to. So like, oh, I can move my hand. But like it's not actually me moving my hand. It's just like a reality I'm creating. It felt like it it was really weird, man. And
Yeah.
I was kind of like trying to make my body run on autopilot, so it was like listening to music, and it was kind of helping a little bit to keep my mind off of it. But so I was creating like, so taste and touch were like two like very sensationalized senses. So like when I was eating, I realized I couldn't eat, I couldn't swallow, I was having trouble swallowing, and then I went for sweets. So I went for chocolate and
like cotton mouth or just
no, I didn't have cotton mouth. I was
your
just
mouth just wouldn't let you do it.
yeah, and I was going for like Hershey's, and then I ended up eating like a Reese's, and I'm allergic to nuts, bro. And I started freaking the fuck out.
Oh god!
When I ate that, bro, dude, my heart sank. I started spitting it out. I was like, I was like, fuck, because I'm not deadly allergic.
Yeah.
But like I haven't eaten nuts in like 6 years, so the tolerance is gone. So I could be prone to a bad allergic reaction. Usually I would just get like rash and hives, but you never know. You know what I mean? So I started freaking the fuck out. I ended up just getting a rash, literally from one fucking Reese's. But dude,
oh my god,
dude, I was freaking the fuck out, dude. And then it turned out, it started to go away after about like an hour and a half. I started to come down from it, and then like 2.5 hours in, I was like in this weird state of depression. And I ended up streaming that night. I was like talking about it on stream, but it was really weird, man. I can't explain that feeling. Like
I believe you.
Like right now, like it changed my perspective on life. Like my brain's just like kind of wiring different right now. Because this happened like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
And you kind of like, it kind of lingers with you?
Yeah, well, it's like I'm kind of questioning reality, man. It's fucking, like that feeling. I kind of want to like go through that again, even though I was freaking out and like.
You want to be able to explain it more?
Yeah, it was like reality was fucking just non-existent, bro. It seemed like everything. It seemed like reality itself was tangible, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, it feels like I could see or touch reality versus, like, being in a reality. You know what I mean?
Well, usually when I would have
like, there was a wall
I'd
broken.
Be freaking out. Like, like, if I was freaking out and I was high, I would always go take a shower because it'd calm me down.
Yeah, I wasn't
and
even
then
trying
I'd feel clean, and I'd be like, okay, I can breathe and figure out what's going on.
But that shit wasn't from fucking weed, man. I smoke a shit ton of weed, bro. I literally had one. Anymore. I had one fucking joint, man, and like I smoke pretty often, and like never like there's blitz. This wasn't blitzed, bro. This was there had to be something in there. Totally different.
You're thinking
feeling.
Possibly laced somehow?
Yeah, like there was. I'm not like I said before. Like I don't think it was the company or anything that did it. Maybe it was something I did before or something like that. But fucking dude, like it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It's not like a high. Like I know what being super fucking high is, and
then you don't want to do anything.
Like this was different. This was on like a neurological level. Like my brain was being tampered with. There wasn't.
Have you ever had this brand before though? Have you ever had this brand before?
But that's what I was saying is, so dude, I literally smoked that shit right before I came on the podcast. I smoked the same amount I just did. As you can tell, I'm totally fine.
You're fine. Yeah.
So I don't know.
It must have been something that you had done prior or something.
Maybe I ate something, or maybe I inhaled something without knowing. I don't do drugs, bro. I just smoke.
Okay.
I just smoke weed, and take edibles. But like that, like I never did like acid or LSD or anything like that. So I wouldn't be able to compare the experiences to it. But I would assume it was laced with some kind of psychedelic thing, you know.
Yeah, I haven't smoked in probably, it's probably been 8 years since I've smoked because my body won't let me. If I smoke, I have a panic attack. No matter the grade of weed or anything, I have a straight up panic attack no matter what.
Some people get those, man, because I'm not saying this is necessarily you, but like a lot of people freak out when they lose control a bit as well.
My body must not like it anymore then.
Yeah. Like
I never. I used to, as you said, I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I don't know. It's just like my body. Well, okay. Ever since I did mushrooms the one time, my body hasn't been the same, and I think that's what caused it. I'm thinking anyway.
That could be, man. Your body also changes over time. Like every 7 years, you develop like new allergies and new
makes sense. Yeah,
tolerances,
possibly
and things.
what it was.
Yeah, but for panic attacks, that's different. So maybe it's just an overload of stress in your life that led you to smoking at the time. Like you might have just been smoking like because you were fucking stressed as hell. You know
I can tell you exactly the first reason why I ever smoked. I broke up with me and a girlfriend broke up, and I was like, I'm just gonna fucking get high.
Yeah, so you were early, even
and I
early
smoked for
on,
like 2 years straight, and then I couldn't do it again.
But that's what I'm saying. Even early on, you were using it as like a coping mechanism.
Yeah,
and like as an emotional thing, and like that's not necessarily good.
well, I mean, I was never high prior to that, and I'm like, let's try this thing out, and then it was good to go. Like I miss it sometimes because it was so much fun when we would just chillax and.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's a good experience.
I remember I was still in high school when this all went down, and it was like I hated school. I was failing everything, and then I started smoking weed. I was on the honor roll.
That's like the opposite of what they tell you would happen.
Exactly, right? And I'm
there's definitely some kids listening to this podcast right now that are
don't
just like,
do it unless you. Yeah, I don't.
No,
drugs are bad.
Honestly, like I even told. So there was this. I'm not going to mention any names, but there was my neighbor who was about 13 at the time, and she was getting a lot of trouble. Like I'm literally talking like. She was getting involved with boys on a serious level, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. And she was 13. like smoking weed and trying to do like drugs and shit. And like I even told her, dude, because she knew I smoked weed because I mean like you can smell it off me. But like I would never do it around the kids or anything like that. But so she was like, "Oh, but you smoke and do it." I'm like, "Yeah, I also like started when I was 19." I was like, do you understand, like, that stuff's not good for your brain at that age? And I, like, showed her all these articles, and she started freaking out. And, like, for a while, she was off the stuff. But I'm not going to get into it with her. She's a troubled kid. Like I hope she does well. Like, I hope she figures her life out. But she's just a troubled kid. But, like, yeah, like, that shit fucks up with your brain. I definitely don't condone, like, children doing it. Like,
no, I was going to say, like, if you're kind of more mature about it, it's not a big deal, but... Because a lot of people just do it to do it now, but a lot of people are doing it, because I'm cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cigarettes. Like, I would rather somebody smoke weed. You gotta be in it for the right
reasons. Like, I was hurting, so that's why I do it, because it actually helps me cope with my, like, arthritis and stuff, and, like, when I'm really stressed, it helps me decompress, and I'm not fucking getting high all day, or like, early in the morning, like, smoking and then going to work or anything. Like, it's literally, like, I'm done with the day at night, and I'll, like, light a blunt, you know what I mean?
And just relax,
yeah. Like, I don't do it in a sense that will ever impede me in anything that I do. Except the other day, I had nothing on the agenda, so it was like 1 p.m. and I smoked, and then I started tripping the fuck out. So, like, my day was ruined, but...
God damn it!
But yeah, man, crazy stuff, like... Whew.
Yeah, we can do that to you, I know. I know the feeling. I mean, I had some... moments where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking die. That's how I felt. Dude, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die.
I got a story for you, actually. So I started smoking bud in college, because I played football in high school and did all those things. So I never wanted to like be involved with any of that stuff. I actually like kind of like thumb my nose at like weed and stuff. Like I always thought like people were degenerates if they smoked weed.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people I still know that are like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I also grew up, like, just with that, like, mentality. Like, my parents are so, like, against, like, drug use and all that.
Yeah.
And, like, we came from, like, one side of like, my family. They're like, heavy abusers of things. Like, they definitely did, like, a lot of, like, coke and, like heavy drinkers and stuff. So, like...
Yeah.
My family's not really pro substances, per se.
They have an addictive personality.
On one side, yeah. But anyway, so dude, I was in college around. I think I was like 18 or 19. It was like my freshman year. My friends always say like, "Come smoke with us." I was like, "All right, like I'll try it." So I would go and like I'd like puff on it, I'd be like, phew, phew. And sometimes like it would happen. I would just like lay there and listen to music. And there was this one girl, I'm not gonna say her name, but she would always smoke us up. And she'd always be like, oh, like, you know, like hang out with us, you know, always come smoke. So she had a boyfriend at the time, and this girl was batshit crazy.
Oh, aren't they all?
And like when I would smoke, like I didn't want to be alone, like late at night. I just like being around people. So like I'd always be like, oh, like can I sleep over and stay here? Like I just didn't like being alone. Like if I was with my homies, like I'd be like, yo, can I just crash on your couch or whatever? Like I just like I didn't like to be in loneliness, and like my roommate, I wasn't a fan of, so I didn't like being around him because he was like bad vibes.
Bad vibes, man.
Yeah, so I remember just like I would always sleep over at this place, and literally one night I fucking woke up and this girl was sucking my dick, and I was like, what the fuck?
I don't even have any good things like that, man.
She was trouble, bro. Like she was a good looking girl, but like when I say batshit crazy, and I think my friend who they were dating, like always thought I was trying to fuck her. I was like, bro, like you don't understand how crazy
it wasn't even on
she
purpose.
Like they were the most toxic relationship, but like I woke up and I was like, yo, let's just pretend like that didn't happen. Like in her roommate's bed, like I would always sleep in her roommate's bed. Her roommate was always out with like other guys, so I'd just be like,
Jeez.
yeah,
trying to follow in a roommate's footsteps.
yeah. But I'm not, I'm not dropping names because actually, I think a couple of my friends are gonna think it's somebody when it's not. There's a couple other people that like were very similar to this girl, so I can see a lot of my friends thinking who this person might be, and it's not.
You still communicate with this person?
Huh?
You still communicate with this person?
Hell no.
No, bad vibes.
I didn't talk to them. I didn't talk to them after.
Gotcha.
After like our freshman.
I mean, that's awkward. I mean, at least you didn't wake up and it was a dude.
Yeah, that'd be real weird.
That'd be a little.
Hey, I didn't even let her like finish. Like I pushed her off, bro.
Like, hey, we gotta go.
No, I knew that was a world of trouble. No, I literally went back to sleep.
You're like, hey, you gotta go. I'm gonna do this. You're gonna do this.
Dude, no, she would do that. She would only do that just to cause trouble, just to like have that
really
like her boyfriend. That's the kind of girl she was. She just
That's
wanted
a
to
nut
create,
job, man.
She just wanted to create trouble with people, dude.
That's a wonderful thing to do. She's a drama builder.
Yeah, so she would like always do stuff to like piss her boyfriend off, and like you know throw stuff at. She was one of those like abusive type.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Is she in jail?
Is she in jail? Nah. She probably has an OnlyFans now. To be fair, she does seem like a girl that would have an OnlyFans.
Hey, I might have one. You don't know. I don't have one.
But anyway, yeah, fucking wild stuff, dude. Hey, listen, it was good. It was good for the like you know. Like minute and a half that she was at least that I was aware of that she was on it. So
yeah, I mean, how long do you think it was? I mean, did you have full on hey, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, I was gonna say like
yeah.
So it had been probably going on for a minute or so, or she noticed like since it was it like morning?
No, it was like fucking like 1 a.m.
Okay, so you mean you could have had still technically morning wood.
Morning what at 1 a.m?
Listen, it's still morning. No. Don't question my
logic. It was definitely just like her coming over and just like doing that because she was probably fighting. Like, I don't remember the scenario. She's probably fighting with her boyfriend at the time.
She's like, ooh, penis.
Yeah, like I just like when I'm high, like I just love like cuddling with people and like I'm just very like friendly. Like I like to be around people.
You're just like scooting next to your homie, and he's like, "Get away from me! I know what you're trying to do."
No. Yeah, exactly.
You just would have cuddled me. Leave me alone.
I will say this though.
We're not gonna watch The Notebook.
I will say this though, like being high on bud and like having sex with another person who is high is phenomenal, dude.
Yes,
it is. It enhances the experience like 10 times more. I'm not trying to glorify doing drugs or like heavy drugs, but like. I can kind of understand why, like, those Wall Street guys are like, oh, I was doing coke and having sex, like, it's the best feeling in the world, like, a chick snorting lines, like, I can kind of understand where they're coming from, but, like, just, like, with weed. Like, I like the PG version.
I was gonna say, like, they say, like, weed is okay, but what they say, like, don't do, like, heroin or LSD or anything, because then you just can't have sex, like they say sometimes, like, and normally. Well, they say you have to be, like, high to
don't do fucking heroin, because, like...
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Heroin has never ended good for anybody. Like,
No, I mean,
look at every story with anyone. Heroin has never ended well for someone. Actually, that's not, maybe like one or two people that like became motivational speakers on how they beat heroin, but like besides that, there's nothing good that comes from heroin.
You ever seen the show Lost?
Yeah.
What was it? It was Charlie.
The rock
Charlie,
star.
the
Yeah,
rock star. He
was
did
in
heroin.
Chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then he got like all sober and good stuff, and then his character died.
Wow, spoiler
It's
alert.
like, wow, oh, dude, that show came out in like fucking like.
To be
04
fair,
or something
everyone
like
was dead. They were all dead.
Yeah,
They were
it
all
was
dead the whole
freaking. I
time.
told my buddy, and he is a huge like Lost fan. I was like, if you could just watch the first episode and the last, you'd be good.
Yeah, Lost got real shitty towards the
He
end.
always got so mad at me when I would say that. And he was like, shut up. Yeah, I watched it just because he loved it. I know he loved it, but I was like, it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it because it was like it never answered questions that you wanted answered.
No, dude. In fact, all it did was create more questions that still like, didn't really get answered.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with the dog? The dog is just there. Apparently, all dogs go to heaven. You didn't see any cats.
But dude, I gotta tell you,
He's telling me stuff.
being high and having sex with a girl is a phenomenal
Oh, I've
experience.
done that. That's
10
quite
out of
enjoyable,
10
yes.
would recommend.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's just like everything's enhanced. Everything feels
Yeah,
great.
everything feels so much better.
It's like this warm, cuddly feeling you get. Just like,
Yeah, exactly. But your whole body.
yeah. Also, like you ever just I was making a joke, but
You
it was
talking about busting or what?
no, yeah, I was like, you ever just want to like bust in a girl and just stay in her until like your sperm hardens into a cocoon and you could just cuddle in there inside of her.
I think you went overboard this time. Usually that's
I'm
me, but I
slurping on
think
some
you did it
water
this
right now. Oh man. Worst thing about weed though is the dry mouth, dude. Holy crap.
My mom actually, my mom didn't know I did it at first, and then I got to the point where I was just like doing it religiously, and I just told her because I was like, she's not gonna yell at me or anything, and she liked it when I was high because I was super nice.
Yo,
and I wasn't like
same
I
with
wasn't a
mine.
dick or anything.
Same with
And
mine.
I would come home and I'd eat, and she'd be like, "What you doing?" And I'd turn around and just giggle at her. Oh, you got food ready? Okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
by the time I came home, it was munch time, you know?
my dad is like super against like drugs. Like he's still
Yeah.
but the thing with my parents like growing up, they knew to like trust me and they knew I'd never made bad decisions. So if I was
Yeah.
doing something, they always knew I did it in moderation. Like I started drinking at a young age and like my parents would catch me drinking, but they knew I was never like want to ever be super fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would never drive while drinking. Like even if I have one or two drinks, I usually try not to drive home. Even if I'm not drunk, like, or I'll just wait a couple hours. Like my parents know that, and they trust me to make like the right decisions because I proved myself in the past. So when I was like, yeah, I'm smoking weed now, my parents were like, well, we can't stop you, but like, don't do that shit. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it, and they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
So
There
it's
was a
good.
time.
It's good, but like sometimes, you know, like my mom, for example, like she's low key evil to me. She likes to
Low
like,
key evil.
yeah. So she's like really nice to everyone but me.
Okay.
So like she'll come home and like she'll stress me the fuck out, and I will literally like just go spark a blunt and like I'll come back in and she'll just give me the worst vibes, dude. Like giving off bad vibes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you're
nothing's
trying to kill
worse
my
for your
buzz,
high.
man.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
You don't kill a buzz.
Like
man.
when I was tripping out and she was there, like it was not a good experience. Like she was making it 100 fucking times worse. I was like, Mom, I was like, help me.
Shut the
I was
fuck
like,
up.
I'm like, I've been drugged. I'm like, I'm tripping out. I'm like, what the fuck? And I started like falling over and shit. It was fucking crazy. And then she was still like giving off bad vibes. I was like,
I gotta go. I would have just went and taken a walk.
dude, I
Get some
couldn't go
fresh air.
anywhere, dude. I was so scared. I wanted to be around someone, so I wasn't freaking out.
That makes sense. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it probably doesn't help with the COVID and everything either. You can't go anywhere.
And it was just a weird
We always
time.
what we did was when we, since there's a lot of gravel roads and this is all country area, we would always just get in a car and take a gravel road and get really baked.
But I was so dizzy, man. Like I couldn't. There was a good like 30 minutes that felt like 10 hours. I was so dizzy, bro. Bro, I had to lay on my couch and try not to vomit.
That was like when I did mushrooms. I remember
maybe that's what happened.
It sucked.
I don't know what I was drugged with. Like, I actually want to take a drug test. Because I don't know what
mushrooms wouldn't come up. Yeah. Mushrooms wouldn't come up. So,
I was going to say mushrooms when I did it. You can test for chemicals. You can test for chemicals that would like coincide.
Yeah, because it's got mushrooms has got penicillin.
But it's not just that. Like it triggers off chemicals in your body. Yeah. If your body level for something is high, they're like, oh, it's high because you must have recently done this.
You must have indulged.
Yeah. So I would like to. I have a doctor's appointment in a couple weeks though. So.
Yeah, probably out of your system by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably. No, but going back to the drinking thing, as I said, I live in the country. I've always lived in the country. When we would drink, like I would never get to the point where I was like, "Holy shit!" I've only done that once, and I regret it. It was actually with Heather's dad.
Whoa, put him on blast.
And it was when we were. It was when Heather and I were broken up for a time.
Oh snap! Okay.
She knows about all of it. It's Okay. She's like, she wants me to get that drunk again. I'm like, fuck, you will. Luckily, the bar that we went to was literally 2 blocks away from where we were living at the time. And that sidewalk on the way home was very, very narrow. Oh, man. I came home, and that was when I was renting an apartment with my parents. And I tried to make coffee without any water. I was standing in the kitchen, like, with my pants around my ankles, because I'm like, I needed to change my clothes. And I think I was so loud that I woke up my parents in the bedroom, like, in their room, and they came out and was like, what the hell's wrong with you? And they're like, I'm fucked up. It was bad. The next day was bad.
Oh, it was really bad. Dude, yeah, that sometimes you get a really weird hangover, especially from like
it was bad.
But yeah, dude, there's this like bong hits. I always avoid bong hits. I don't like doing the
first time I got high.
Bong fucks me up. When I the first time I did the bong, I was in college, and my roommate at the time, huge drug user, he was like, yo, like, you want to come to this guy's house and hang out? I was like, yeah, sure. And like, they were setting me up, bro. They set me up from the start. Cause I was kind of nervous, cause like I wasn't really smoking at the time. Like I would like hit the bowl once in a while, or like, you know, take a couple hits and walk away. Yeah. So they were like, yo, the only thing is like, you got to keep up with us here. And I was like kind of scared, like anxious, cause like this guy was a dealer and he had like big mean dogs, and he was like, you know what I mean? So you go to the dealer's house, and like, cool guy, man. Like I knew him. I actually knew him already. So it was kind of weird that I felt this way. It's
different where you are than where I'm at. I mean, I'm sure a lot more people are chill here than.
Yeah. But the dealer, like, he was cool. Obviously not going to drop his name, but we were chilling at his house, and we were watching hockey, and smoking. He goes, yo, like, let's do the bong. And like, my roommate signals me. He's like, yo, like, you're doing the bong. I was like, all right. Like, I don't got class like till late tomorrow. Like, all right, cool. So start hitting the bong, and I take one bong hit, and there's 3 of us. So I'm on the left, my roommate's on the middle, and the drug dealer's on all the way at the end on the right. So we're sitting on this like U-shaped couch, and I take my first hit, I pass it down to them. Then, like, you know, 2-3 minutes go by. They pass it back to me, do it again. Then, you know, a couple minutes go by, do it again. Now, all of a sudden, I'm pretty freaking baked.
Oh, yeah.
Then they keep passing it to me, and I keep taking hits.
Yeah.
And they keep passing it to me, and I'm hitting it, Bro, they had to fucking carry me out of there. I had a puddle of drool. It was, dude, it was so bad. I've never been more dehydrated in my life. But it turns out they were pranking me, and when I was passing it back, they took like the first couple hits, but after I got high, when they started passing it back, they weren't taking hits, bro. They just kept passing it
just
back to
passing
me.
it to you just to mess with you.
Dude,
I
I must
knew
have
it was
took
like your first big time doing it. So like,
dude, I must have took like 22 bong hits.
Oh my god.
Yo, dude. I was
that.
dead, bro. I was dead, and that's what I'm saying. I still didn't feel like how I felt yesterday, just to give perspective to it. So, or 2 days ago when it happened, but just to give perspective to that situation.
The first time I ever got high, I was over at my one buddy's, and I knew they had done it for a while, and my one good friend still does it. I don't know if he actually does it anymore, but I know one of them still does. And the first time I did it was a homemade bong. The dude made it was a alcohol bottle that was shaped like a skull.
Yeah.
And they put literally a rubber hose in it, like
yeah, it's
like
one of those like
car.
makeshift.
Yeah, and
bongs, yeah.
The first time I smoked, I didn't get high. Like I was like, hey, whatever. And so they're like, oh, we need to try again. And I am just there. And like the second time, and I'm like, first time with a bong. Yeesh. I had another buddy of mine that had a gas mask.
Oh yeah, dude, these guys rock the gas mask too. Yep.
Yeah, and I only did that one once. But,
yeah, dude, I never did the gas mask. I refuse.
Talking about pranking somebody, we had the same buddy that we were over at his house. He was somebody that didn't really pay attention after he got stoned, and you could hand him things and he would just take it. So we had a big pile of just like random stuff, and we just started handing him stuff, and and he had just this big pile of stuff sitting next to him, and he finally looked at me and like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You took it." And we handed him the bong one day, and he took a drink of it. We're like, "Dude, don't do that." He immediately regretted it.
That's horrible, dude. That's like my friends. My friends always want to try edibles, so like we'll, like I have certain edibles, and I'll be like, all right, like I'm gonna give you one. So like the other day, me and my friend went to my friend's birthday party, and my friend, he was like, so he's super gay, so I'm gonna do it in his like super gay voice, just so you can see the difference in characters.
Like you have to put a voice on it.
Yeah. So he was like, he's like, I want to try edibles. They're gonna be so fun. I'm like, listen, it takes an hour to get to my friend's house. I said, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you one, and then by the time you get there, if you're not feeling it hit you, I said, I'll give you another one like 30 minutes after we're there. And he goes, he's like, that's fine, let's do it. So he eats it, seems okay. Car ride, we're there, chilling. Then he goes, oh, I took two. Just kidding. I was like, you better be. So then he was like, he's fine. I said, do you want another edible? And he goes, no, I'm good. Dude, so we got there at 9 o'clock. Or no, we got there at 8 o'clock. 8 or 7? Did we get there at 7 or 8? Well, around there, 7 or 8. Dude, by 10:30, he was fucking slouched. I was like, oh my God, just from 5 milligram. And this dude was talking about like how he could take it. He does all this stuff. So I ended up waking him up because I didn't want to go outside because we're sleeping over at my friend's. My friend's mom's super strict about weed. Like my friend doesn't smoke, so we were kind of sneaking out to smoke a blunt. And I was like, I don't want to go out there alone. So I woke him up and I was like, Brian, oh shit, name drop, fuck, okay, I'll cut that out. So I was like, yo, like let's go out to smoke. And he's like, all right, fine, like we'll go smoke. I'm doing the worst impression of him. So anyway, so we go out to smoke, and he's like super fucking paranoid. We end up, it's so cold out. We end up going back in like really quick, and like, dude, he's out, dude, like drooled out. And I'm like, dude, this is why like I'm always cautious with my friends with edibles, you know, because certain people have different tolerances. And like I also asked him, I was like, did you eat beforehand? He's like, yeah. Then, like, when he got high and asked, did you eat before? And he's like, no. So, yeah. But I was just like, oh, man, dude. You know, with your friends, I always try to look out for them, you know?
Yeah. I have a question, because I've never done edibles. Okay. Is it a different high?
It depends. So, it depends what kind of edible you have and what you have it with. with edibles, it's more of a dosage thing. So it's got 100% hit rate when you think about it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh, well, you didn't inhale enough smoke this time. Like, bro, the shit's like, it's in you. So I take these little like Starburst candy ones.
Yeah.
So when I take them, so for me personally, 1 now relieves pain, 2 gets me high, 3 gets me blasted, 4 makes me
dead.
Incapacitated.
So you know where your limit is.
My limit is usually 2, and like if I'm really, really feeling it, 3. But I usually just take 1 to like just alleviate pain and relax.
Yeah. Just to chill.
It's I feel like it's a more heavier high. It's definitely not a sativa type of high. Like where you're
I was gonna say when I would get
you're not gonna be really too functional on edibles. You can function, but I'm saying is like, don't be like, well, I'm going to work, like, let me take an edible. Like, you're not going to last the day. The whole point is it's supposed to relax you. It's like taking, like, it'd be like taking an Ambien at, like, 10 in the morning.
I was going to say, I don't relax from weed, so, I mean, I don't know if edibles would relax me or not.
With you said you have panic attacks, so I wouldn't recommend it, because it'd probably freak you out. Plus, you got the worst dry mouth. But there's also like I truly believe in like tolerance building. Like if you do enough of it, like you'd probably build a small tolerance, Steve.
Yeah, but I'd have to be one of those people that would take it really small to begin with if I was going to do it. Yeah, which eventually it's going to be.
Well, it's a small dosage. So. When I see you, we'll take some edibles, bro. I'll look out for you. I'll cuddle with you.
I mean, you'll cuddle me.
Yeah. Should we give Baby Alan some?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I like how we're like still recording and you're like, oh yeah, let's get the baby drunk.
Drunk? No, dude. We make your kid a stoner. No. I would never do that. I would never give a child anything. I'm joking.
Just the way you sounded.
Like I was thinking, like
get the baby drugs.
Like if I was a parent, bro, I was like, I don't like. How do I even have that conversation with my kids? Because like, I definitely
never had that conversation with me. That's probably why I never.
I definitely wouldn't like stop smoking weed when I have kids, but like my kids would obviously be like suspicious at me at some age. Like, you know what I mean? When they're like 7 or 8, they're like, why does daddy go outside for 15 minutes every night? Like, and comes back.
Why does daddy dress up in heels?
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I got a story for that one. That's another podcast, though. That's another podcast. You got to remind me to tell that story on another one. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about, because like I don't want my kids to think like doing drugs is okay, because like doing drugs is not okay. But like using like weed to like medicate,
it's way better than using painkillers.
Exactly. It's a good alternative, but I also don't want my kids to be like 12 years old and being like, well, my dad does it, so why can't I? Then I'm yelling at my kids to like not smoke weed. Like, but you do it. And I'm like, but you don't understand. It's different when I do it versus when you do it. You know? Yeah, that's like a worry I have, like if I had children, because I know for a fact I wouldn't stop smoking weed. That's not happening.
You have sex with mommy, why can't I?
Whoa.
I'm just going with
it. What are you doing, stepmom?
What are you doing, stepmom?
Stepmom, I'm stuck.
Mommy says I do it better than you do.
Oh my god. Dude, that's why I want to when we have the OnlyFans models on, I want them to read like cheesy porn scripts with us.
Oh, that would be fun.
Dude, it's going to be so funny doing that.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun when we have that. Hopefully we have her on next week, the one we have in mind. I've actually been reaching out to a lot of people. We should have some very special guests joining us on the podcast soon. As we're growing, our reach is getting larger and larger, and we appreciate the support.
I do want to ask you about somebody I was thinking about, because it's something different.
Okay. You want to say it on the podcast or off?
Well, he listens to the podcast, so I'll talk to you first.
Okay.
Just in case it doesn't work.
I mean, I'm sure we can have them on.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great. I just don't know if he's got like Discord and everything to talk.
Oh, yeah.
I know he doesn't really do that stuff, so I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
But I know he would probably love to be on here because he's addicted to the podcast. He said so.
Gotcha.
And he's good funny. He's good funny.
Good funny.
He's good.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening.
We love you.
We'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Have my next baby.